What's going on, Jason Vu? What's happening, Dominic May? What's happening, Dev May? How are we doing today? Oh my god. So, I don't know where to start with all this. I have a lot of books. I started looking through some last night, and it's really hard to get prices on some of these. Ultimately, I am looking at trying to liquidate some of the collection. But after really going through things, I don't think I can let go of everything. There's like a lot of stuff, and even still, after not really seeing it in years, there's still some connection where I'm like, I don't want to let that book go. Gimme Kitty. Kitty's sleeping in the kitchen. I can see her from behind the fridge through the little crack. After I moved all my comic books, which yes, some of them were in the kitchen. That's how little space I'm working with here, and how many comics were kind of taking up space, along with all the Pokemon cards. It was a lot. First thing, this is not a comic book. This is a manga. I have more manga. They're off over to the side. But this one was with my comics. What's going on, Kuro? I hope you're having a good day as well. This I may keep because, and I'm going to be completely honest here, I bought this at a convention. It is a manga of the Ocarina of Time story, and I've never read it. I bought it. It got mixed into a lot of stuff from when I went to that convention, and it got put in with my comic books and just sat in my loft storage for like a long time. So it's colorized up in like the first kind of chunk, and then after that it's just classic black and white. I couldn't sell this until I at least read it. Apparently I spent $17.99 on this official Nintendo Ocarina of Time manga. $17.99. I never read it. I'm disappointed in myself is what I am. It looks really good. We could read it on stream together. We can read the Ocarina of Time. Gotta get around to that. We got a lot to look through. So primarily, I don't really have a very specific collection. It's really just like a lot of different stuff. So as you can see, love manga, so we at least have some. This isn't a traditional manga since it's just Legend of Zelda, which has become very westernized, but in my opinion, it's still a manga. It's all about the formatting, man. Let me turn off the auto focus on my camera though, because that little pulse is gonna get to me. It's annoying. Figure video, camera control. Also, we can zoom out just a little bit here. Give us a little bit more space to work with. There we go. That's a little better. It's a little bit more space. Maybe a little tighter. There we go. That's good. Apply that, and we'll turn off our autofocus. Ah, so much better. So yeah, I would frequent this one shop near me called Green Shift Comics a lot, and then they closed down. And then after that, I was usually just buying comic books at conventions. I was super into them for a while, and then I just kind of fell out of buying books. So some of the stuff I have, they're not traditionally comic books, but they're stuff I got at comic book stores. This, in my opinion, is something I grabbed because it just seemed super racist to me. I grabbed this because it was so stereotypically racist. I was like, this is absolutely absurd. I'm buying this. So this is Sakitumi. Sakitumi the Golden Samurai by Pengsun and Santos. This is more of a book, I guess. It seems less of a comic, though. As you can see, it is very comic through the paneling, so I guess this counts as a comic book, fully colorized. And like, the coloring on it's okay. The quality of the pages are really well. It's very clean. But like, overall, it's just a lot of Asian stereotypes. But what I did like was the pages were very busy. There's a whole lot going on, a whole lot of good coloration, except for some of the inking here, where this tongue is supposed to be red. It looks like it's spilling out onto his chin, and there's a lot of that where it looked like things got inked just a little lower than they were supposed to be. So there's some unintentional stuff that just looks like blood when it's just supposed to be a tongue. I have not read this either. This literally I bought because I was like, I saw the cover and I was like, Saki Toomey, the Golden Samurai. Okay, we're gonna, well, it's a quarter. It was a quarter, so I was like, well, we'll get it for a quarter. Oh man, I've never even gotten this far looking through it. I don't even really want to read it because I don't want to feel like, oh, well, the story's good, because no. Look at, enter Kamikaze. Look at this rotund bund. Just eating chicken, walking around the forest with a thong on. Oh, now here's some sexually enticing humor where he's bowing with his sword, but then his sword is lifting up her skirt, and she goes, ah, and then she gets mad, and then he gets mad. It's a little Ichi in there as well. That's a little awkward. But yeah, that's Sakatumi. It said $1.50, but it was in a quarter box. We'll worry about that later. This we probably won't sell because I don't think anyone will buy it. But Sakatumi, the Golden Samurai from Ola Books, an Ola Wizard production, or OLA, however it should be said. Another thing I would get at yo, what's going on, Yagiwa? Another thing I would get at comic book stores were Japanese magazines. So before we get into the comic books, I do have Japanese magazines we can look at together. This is a Japanese magazine that I believe is primarily geared towards like wrestling action figures and clothing. So it's full of a lot of like old school. There's also mechs and Gundams. Like, I just love looking through old Japanese magazines because it's like you could order this stuff. Like, some teenage kid would flip through this on his weekends and be like, oh man, it's all my favorite wrestlers, and like, oh look, a Gundam, I'm gonna order that model and I'll put it together. It's gonna be super sick. Like, this is an otaku's dream. Look at this Lionhead figurine. And then Ultimate Muscle, they brought up the Ultimate Muscle. They had all the Ultimate Muscle. I don't know if you guys are aware of Ultimate Muscle, but that's an anime that I watched a lot. It was just super campy and like fun and lighthearted, just like, but like done really intense, where it's just like wrestling, but like done to the max. What's going on, Dark Magician Girl? Looking through some odder parts of my collection. Outside of Pokemon, I do have a lot of comic books, and I recently fished out a whole lot of other stuff. Right now I'm looking through a Japanese magazine. I have no clue what it's called, but it's primarily about wrestling action figures and other figurines. Oh, there's Celebi. Hey, there's Pokemon. See? Still Pokemon. Still Pokemon, baby. Even in this, there's still some Pokemon scattered out. Harry Potter? They had Harry Potter stuff? Man, they really had everything. E.T. Hamtaro, a favorite. Powerpuff Girls. Oh, man. So many figurines. Oh! Check it! Boom! Spirited Away. That's sick. It would be so sick if this still you could still order stuff from this old magazine. DMG, can't wait for my cards from UPB. I can't wait to get this stuff out. I still got your bag actually right here. Dark Magician Girl. Got a few other that are packed and ready to, of course I can't show them, but I don't know, you can let me know. Do you want purple or do you want gold? You have options. Of course, purple is limited. I have a little bit more gold. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to order more bubble mailers. I was able to find some more purple ones, but like, I don't think I have enough for everything that needs to go out. In fact, I know I don't. So we're gonna have to pick up some more of those come payday. Right now I'm just scraping by, waiting for Wednesday. Oh man. Oh, they got little comics in here too. But yeah, I picked up a lot of these Japanese magazines for super cheap. There's another Pokemon related artwork. That's a real fun looking Pika. Oh, that's a real inappropriate fucking Hello Kitty. Why do they have to put the shadow over the crotch? What the fuck is that about? Dude, it's a fucking kitty. Well, it's a kitty. So yeah, as with Japanese magazines, I'm afraid to flip through them sometimes because you never know if you're going to see something inappropriate out of nowhere. Like, everything could be super nice, and then all of a sudden you could flip to a page like, thank God, that's just more Gundams. Like, you never really know. You know? So there's always that fear of like, what is around the other page? Huh. I don't know this man, but I know this man. I don't know if the camera will see it. I know that man's face. I know him, man. I don't know who he is, but I know who he is. You know what I mean? What the fuck is that? A fucking half-naked Kappa? Cool guitar. A lot of creepy dolls. Sus. Questionable. Yeah, we're gonna stop flipping through this soon. I feel like it only gets... Shrek! Okay, now it's getting real questionable. Japan loves Shrek. You don't know, but now you know. They had... Bro, people in Japan were going nuts. They're like, oh, Spawn 19... Shrek! I can order all my Shrek figurines! Yes, finally! Yo, Majin Clips, what's happening, fam? Omni Light Studios, what's happening, fam? So yeah... Before we get into the comics, I do have stuff like this. Weird, just little Japanese magazines. I got some Animericas. Again, they would just be there at the comic book shops in the quarter and 50-cent bins, so I'd grab some. Some little Ranma 1/2. Of course, this one's actually in English, so we can read it, but I kind of prefer looking through the straight-up Japanese magazines. Just... I don't want to read it. I just want to flip through and look at all the figurines and art. Now I feel like I'm an asshole if I don't read this. At least when it's in Japanese, I have an excuse. Like, I can't read Japanese. Oh, man. A Best Buy ad in America. For a while, Best Buy was the hookup for anime. Hey, Detective Conan, aka Case Closed. That's a favorite. Anybody else have some favorite animes or even comic books in chat? Are you going to Tampa Comic Con? Yes, I'm going Saturday. I managed to get that day off. Computer Science Boot Camp when? We could do it right now. Of course, there's going to be less computer science and more manga and anime and comic books. Which, of course, in Animerica, here they are. These are actually really clean copies for being in a quarter bin at an old comic book store, but I guess it's because they weren't comics, really, so people weren't buying them. I don't know why he even picked up or bought Animerica if he knew they wouldn't sell, but we got a few of them. We got some Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. So this one's gotta be from, like, what year? 1990 by Clamp. Bro, Destiny was ordained. X 1999 by Clamp. Jesus Christ. It's nutty looking at some of this stuff because, like, just this feels so old. Like, and it is, but damn. Just a magazine in general about anime feels so fucking old because, like, no, everything's online now. You just go on Reddit. You just... Like, this does not exist anymore. I wonder if this is scanlated somewhere online. It has to be. Everything is, and if it's not, I have the only copy. Unless someone else finds this same wonderful artwork, by the way. Jesus. You know Shrek 5 is in development. What, like fucking special development? Jeez, how much more Shrek do we need? I think our brains are melted enough. Gold is fine. Thank you, UPB. Alright, got you. Some more Animericas. This one's a thick boy. Oh no, there's two. Two more. Rurouni Kenshin. Remembering Osamu Tezuka. Oh, this is a memorial issue. Oh, that's sad, but also beautiful. Man, R.I.P. Early days anime legend from 1928 to 1989. This man made anime poppin'. Osamu Tezuka. Thank you, Osamu. Okay, this one's a weird one. This I picked up just because it was Japanese, and I was like, I didn't think Japanese people had like horror stuff like this. Like it's really big like that. It's not just anime. Like, no, they have their own like really gory fans who like to buy figurines that are grotesque and disgusting, and they're really into horror too. And I was like, all right. So this was another one I picked up just because, you know, being born in, you know, Tom Savini. Oh, okay. Being born on Halloween, you're kind of born around this stuff, so spooky stuff just kind of, you're like, aw, like like my babyhood back when I was a little toddler. You see, gold packaging is fine. Did I just reread that again? Okay, yeah, there we go. I feel like I'm Jesus Christ, this is grotesque. Some of this gets a little too detailed. I feel like I'm gonna get tryptophobia. I'm triggering someone's tryptophobia. There's holes with faces in them. This one I don't think we can look through on YouTube. Oh, but then there's sunflowers. Yeah, they mix it up. I feel like something bad's coming in this one. Something really bad's got to be coming in this book that we can't see. I feel like it's coming. We gotta stop. I don't know. I just feel like this one we'll get to the comics. We'll get to the comics. So to break up that, we got a Beauty and the Beast comic. This is Disney's Beauty and the Beast. This book's probably only worth 99 cents. But it is a comic book retelling of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. And in full color, you know? Very well inked. As far as I know, I believe this is an actual licensed comic book. The pages are very good. That's what I will say. The pages, the quality of like the actual book on the inside, very, very clean. It's just the cover. It has a little tear there, as you can see in the blue, and on the bottom, right here, and it's peeling up. Back cover as well. On the bottom, it's kind of torn. But the pages are good. I could feel confident with putting a price of $1 on this book, because the other one I saw for $1, it was selling 99 cents, and it was pretty much the same as this, you know. Cover's kind of peeling open, little rip here, little rip there, but the pages, the quality of the story is held up. It looks nice. That's probably a $1 book. Yo, King Kong, what's happening? Let's go, you legend. Yeah, we're unfortunately, I don't know if anyone's interested, but we're gonna be looking through some comic books, as you can tell this evening. I've pulled out all of my collection pretty much, and started looking through it last night after I woke up late in the night. King Kong, you changed your picture as well? The heck is that? Some kind of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? What do you got going on there? What the heck is that? Some kind of Buffy? You got Mr. Stabby? Or Mr. Pointy? Was that it, Mr. Pointy? This was a Loot Crate exclusive comic. Star Trek: The Next Generation, Mirror Broken, Origin of Data. Still sealed. Have not read it. Does look like it got a little beat up. It's a little scraped up. Here it's E.T. on weed on his bike. Ah, cool. So he just hotboxing inside his own hoodie or whatever. What's happening, Mr. Geef? Or sorry, Geef Mr. L. How are you doing this evening? Right now we're just chilling. I'm just looking through comic books. I got a lot of books in my collection, and I wanted to try and just get them all out, sell them all at Tampa Comic Con, but I definitely feel like I want to keep some books. So I kind of have to look through them and really think about everything. I should probably start trying to price some of these as I go. This is part 2 of 4 of a particular story line called The Souls of Cyberfolk. It's a Deathlock versus Doom. This one I bought specifically because I love Deadpool, and I felt this was a little odd. So this is a Spider-Man and Deadpool comic. that is guest starring Penn and Teller. Is there anyone in chat who's old enough to know who Penn and Teller is? Anybody at all? Show of hands in chat. Does anybody know who Penn and Teller is? I want to make myself feel old by asking a question that I know is going to be nope. Yo, I'm going to be at that comic convention on August 19th. Perfect place to sell them. If I don't sell them at whatchamacallit, Tampa Bay Comic-Con on the 20, what is it? Whatever day on Saturday coming up. If I can't sell them there, I'm going to sell the rest over there, hopefully, if I can go. It's looking like I'm scheduled for that, and also I need to try and take care of my car a little bit, to be quite honest. I got to get my suspension checked, it's looking like, which I've known, but it's different when you have reason to believe you need to check your suspension, and then it's another thing when your car tells you, hey, get your suspension serviced, and I'm like, oh man, do I gotta? Like, I know how much it's gonna cost roughly. It's gonna be $60 to $80 per like one. So roughly at most, it's gonna be like, what is that? 190, like $200 just for the parts, and then the labor. It's probably gonna be like $400 to $500 probably. Jesus Christ, man. Could even go as high as $600 for that older car. I mean, it's not something I necessarily have to really do right away, but I've been putting it off for a few months already, and I just gotta start taking care of that baby. I think I saw some of the magic show. I think, yeah, they were magicians, and apparently now they're comics. I guess Deadpool usually had a lot of different stuff going on though. That's why I kind of like Deadpool comics. You could get a large variety of storytelling through Deadpool. This one is a little bit banged up, but this is a like an OG Bartman meets Radioactive Man, an old Simpsons comic penned by Groening. Let's actually look through this one real quick. So a little bit of wear right here on the side. Top here is crimped. Overall surface quality of the cover though, other than the edge here and this crimp, is pretty good, and the pages as well, all pretty clean. No scrapes, no tears. Very good little Simpsons Bartman with the hidden images as well inside the TV screen. I don't know if you can there's supposed to be like a, I think I had it, there was like something, a decoder almost, that helped these images show out a little bit more clearly, but this is like a Homer's head doing something, I can't remember what. Oh, here it is. So this is the Skybox card. This is still in there. So if you look on the front, it says free Skybox trading card inside. And I bought it not thinking that this would be in here, but it was. So what you're supposed to do is tie a string to each side of the circles on the hole here. And when you spin it really fast, like you pull it tight and the card spins, you can see Radioactive Man and Bartman high-fiving. So it just basically does that. That's all it is. Could be wrong about the name. Some magic show, I think. Could be wrong about the name. But yeah, I don't think it was called Some Magic Show. But they also had another magic show too, other than that, where they like tried to guess magicians' tricks, if they could figure out how it was done. God, I love Simpsons, man. Some good comic book works. Like oh, and another one. What's this? How to use the spinner card. Oh, this is just a card explaining how to use the spinner card. Yeah, you take a string, put it through a hole, you twist it up, and then you pull it tight, and then it spins, and then you see them high-fiving. That's a brief overview of the Bartman meets Radioactive Man comic. Again, on the back, there's a little tear here in the back cover. Luckily, with comic books, there's a little bit more of a larger gap between damaged and what we would say is heavy or moderate play. There's a whole lot more variation and room you can have. There's another Deadpool versus Punisher It's another book I picked up, I think, at a comic book shop in Brandon, next to this sushi place and a movie theater. Great little, like, you see a movie, you go out, you grab some comics, you go over, you get some sushi, you hop over here, you get some ice cream, you go over to Ross, you buy yourself a shirt and some shoes, and you're out. Great day. Great day. Got some Invader Zim, if anybody likes Invader Zim. I think these are the only 2 Invader Zims I have. And they're not quite, like, they're not the original Invader Zims. This is more modern Invader Zimmies. So I watched that when it was good. Amazing how they know. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of stuff, like, with Magic. Like, a lot of these are dusty. Jesus. From a magician, like, they can sort of just, because they know what to look for, they can guesstimate, like, oh yeah, I know what he's doing. He's palming it, sleeving it, and he's coming back out, pulls it down, and then he has it going down into his pocket with the string. Yeah, I see him. This one, again, have not read. This is a Star Wars Adventures, you see, Destroyer Down, Disney Star Wars comic that I got from a Loot Crate exclusive box, and I left it sealed and never opened it because I was like, it might be worth something. Let's hold on to it. All right. Speaking of Loot Crates, got some comics in this one Loot Crate box that have stayed sealed for over 10 years. These were some books I picked up at MetroCon one year. Medusa's Daughter. It's a hardcover novelization as well as the kind of graphic novel that I picked up from one seller. This was a comic book. It's actually pretty good, called Hot Damn. I remember just... Let me see if I can get it out of here. I remember just really liking the title and the attitude of the character, and just the story was a little edgy with, like, you know, drug use and whatnot, and I was just like, that's a grown people comic with a wild story and wild characters. And I just really like the art as well. I was like, this is kind of cool. It's a little CGI-ish, but it's just about this dude who's tripping balls in hell and a whole bunch of demons. A lot of great colorization, even though a lot of it is dark in the beginning. And I just love the this is their iteration of God. He's just he basically looks like Rick Rubin floating on a cloud, using magic to talk on a cell phone and make hamburgers out of nothing, and just laughing, having a good old time. Yeah, this was a little weird. I don't even remember. I think I got this from a seller at MetroCon as well. I kind of don't really think I bought this. I think they gave it to me because I was just talking to them for a while. Well, you'd be kind of surprised to find what kind of deals you can get on comics just by making friends. I had one seller. Oh yeah, we can't go through this. I kind of forgot. This gets there's some nudity in there. It's not. They don't show the. They don't free the nipple, per se, and they don't show anything else. But they're still suggestive. Yeah, we can't flip through that. I should have sort of thought, maybe about that part. I do also have some Markiplier comics. And as far as the YouTube space, I think the Markiplier comics are the most popular books I have. Ooh, this is kind of an oddity right here. This is a little bit rare. This is a Little Orphan Annie by Harold Gray. This is a original collection of the 86 of the original comic strips done by Harold Gray. This one I got double wrapped. I have not opened this since I got it and bagged it. You know what? I think we should leave this. We should leave this extra sealed, because this is among one of the older parts of my collection that I think is gonna hold good value. It's just in really good condition. It's 86 of the original comic strips of Orphan Annie by Harold Gray. It's a decent quality book, not too much issues with it. It's been kept pretty safe thus far. I think we leave it safe. Java Rack and his viewers just joined. Oh my goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. Sir, thank you for coming by. I know currently we're not looking at Pokemon cards, and that may be a crime here on the channel where we're based around Pokemon, but I have other collections I'd like to look through. And we have some old comic books that we're going through now. What is going on? The Mass Poke Trainer with the Java Rack raid. What's happening? Ann McGregor, Kat Lynn, Michael Scott, Falcon Master, Daniel, aka Pop. What up? We got Liminal Shift, Yagiwa. What is happening? Yep, we got the this is an original Little Orphan Annie by Harold Gray. This is a collection of the original comic strips that the basis of Little Annie or Little Orphan Annie kind of took place from. I also have some other books that can't really look through, like this one we started flipping through, and I was like, yeah, I don't think we can look through Hot Damn. It's a comic full of hell, demons, drugs, and there's some nudity in there. This one right here, I feel like this pickup right here was one of my... This was like an underrated pickup at the time. I bought this in a lot with a bunch of other comics at a mall in Orlando. And, I mean, I don't think this is necessarily exactly Lord of the Rings. Like, it's not really Lord of the Rings, but it's called The Ring of Nibelung. It is heavy basis off Lord of the Rings. It's fairly clean, except a little wear here on the binding. Cover, very little, like, I don't think there's any scratching, maybe some right here, but very clean surface on this book. Great cover. I like the gold kind of like etching design around the back, but it appears to tell the story of the One Ring, or the Ring of Nibelung, as it were. So this is a DC comic that's trying to bite J.R.R. Tolkien, or Tolkien. There are dragons in Lord of the Rings. What? Who'd have thunked it? Oh, there's nudity in here too. We can't look through this one. There's nudity in so many comics, guys. Didn't even freaking think about that. I'm like, yeah, there's this part. We'll just, yeah, there's that. They're mermaids, by the way. But they don't have fish tails. It's the perfect mermaid. There is no Ariel story. Like, she could walk from the beginning. She could just also breathe underwater. And she didn't need seashells, because free the nipple. Oh, here we go. We got some new Teen Titans. Let's get these out. The new Teen Titans. Dr. Light is back, and he's hurting Starfire. Enter the Fearsome Five. Another one here. The Last Days of Cyborg. Beginning this issue. This is the beginning of the end of Cyborg. Look at him. They pull him apart. They rip his arms and his legs off. Now look. Cyborg. But this is after the Fearsome Five. He's a human. You see, kind of... What? Be kind. Rewind, Java Rack. You see. There was a what? There was a what? What do you mean? There was a huh? Which one? There was a what? I don't know which book. But yeah, I loved the new Teen Titans, or Tales of the Teen Titans. They were good series. This one is kind of beat. I know nothing about this book. I don't know who George Baker is, but this one's called Little Sad Sack, and I got it for free. There's another one here. This one's in better shape, Little Sad Sack. Oh, we got some Thor. Guest starring the Silver Surfer and Doctor Strange, the Mighty Thor. Yeah, that's kind of lit. Eric Masterson versus Mephisto, Into the Dark Domain. I have so many books I don't even remember. It's a pretty neat issue. Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer alone has me like, yo, I love Silver Surfer. Then we got the Mighty Thor. Doom is 60 seconds away. Little MF, sorry, I always say MF Doom when I'm thinking of just regular Doom. Doctor Doom. So we got some Thor. Now, I do have a very odd collection. I have a lot of stuff. Jump scare! Nightmare! 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 Yeah, sorry. I forgot that was in the bottom of the box. Who got? Hey, Archaeology Mikey, what's happening, fam? Hope you're having a good night. Maybe Archaeology Mikey, good to see you again. Let me see. Dude, there was a nip-nap on the screen. There was a nip-nap on there. Reported. You can do it. I mean, that would be fair. I couldn't even be mad. Like, I'd be like, oh, you didn't have to report me, though. But, like, you're not wrong to. I guess. It's my fault. It's the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. I jumped more because you yelled it. Nightmare! Nightmare! This, I don't know what this is. I have no clue what this is. I remember I bought this, though. I know what this is. But Logjam, I don't know what this is. I'm kind of curious. We're going to take a look at Logjam. Just has an airplane. The art tip, maybe it was just the art. Something about it just seemed kind of different. I was pretty easy to please with comics. I just look for things sometimes that just look different. Like, this is a very different art style. No inking, it's just white and black. Heavy dark, no detail lines, just fully inked. Much like this dude's face. Got fully inked. Yeah, I think I just literally bought this because the Doraemon, maybe, and it was $1 in a box, maybe. I had a lot of things that I bought that were just, it was in a quarter box, and I was like, this looks different. It's a nice light read. This guy's playing guitar and drums. He's in an old band. Seems like I don't know. I'll give this a read later before I think about selling. I don't think this is anything that would be worth any money. I think it'd be safe to say I could hold on to this for a little bit. Or not, you know, we'll see. We just got to start pricing some books. But right now, we're just kind of perusing. Now, this is something I know for a fact is nice. This is Lone Wolf and Cub by Kazui Koike and Goseki Kojima. Introduction by Frank Miller, baby. Freaking Frank Miller. And this is from First Publishings. This is issue number 1 of Lone Wolf and Cub. Story of a samurai. Just trying to make it by. Protecting his baby while men try to kill him. Lone Wolf and Cub. That's a thick book, too. I picked that up. It said 10, but because I was buying a larger lot, I got it for like, I think 7 or 8. This is another great kind of ninja story. This is from Viz Comics. I got Kamui. Kamui, a genuine ninja story, the remarkable 17th century tale of a man's passionate struggle for freedom. Akami Productions by Sanpei Shirato. And I've got the first 3 books, actually. So we got 1, 2, and 3 for Kamui. Look at all them dogs. He's got so many puppers, and they're his best friends. Oh, they're so happy. Hey, Christian De Leon with the Java Rack raid. What's going on, fam? Hey, Christian De Leon, please remember to contact me with your shipping information so I can ship out your giveaways. You do have a bag with me. Let me see. Right here. Ooh. Got a bag from, this is from a giveaway. I've been trying to get you to contact me for the past almost a month now, I think. You had a Nidoking sticker, a Doduo, the Gothitelle Hollow, I think from Emerging Powers, Cursula V, Eternatus VMAX, Mimikyu EX, and an Iron Shreds EXSIR. Boop. Whenever you're ready, I'm in no rush. Just let me know. Whether you hit me up through email, or I'll just try and check them all. Easiest for me is Discord, because that's the quickest to check. Also IG. Ooh, but I'm trying to get better at keeping my eyes on the email too. Hold on, let me get these stickers back in here neatly for you because they don't seem to want to fall in straight. There we go. Get those in there. So that's it for this one box. I think probably out of this box, the most hype stuff for me is the Kamui. I don't think I would sell the Kamui. I would keep these. I would maybe sell Lone Wolf and Cub. I don't know, though. The Thors are pretty good, but those are like smaller issues. They're probably only worth a few bucks a piece. Maybe not the Doctor Strange one. With Doctor Strange and Silver Surfer, to me, that would be a bigger issue. Silver Surfer, in my opinion, is a goated character, and any issue he graces is usually pretty nice. Gotta head out now. Good night, Pokey Peeps. Good night, Ian McGregor. I hope you have a great evening. Sorry. Whew. It's a big box. Okay. Now we're getting into the Markiplier. Markiplier has arrived, guys. We got the YouTube collab set up. This is a giant size presented by Markiplier, signed by the artist, not by Markiplier, but I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna get these signed by Markiplier. Have you all hit the like button? I don't know, but it'd be nice if they did. What's going on, Crusaders TCG as well? Bandit's Hideout, how we doing? I'm doing good, Bandit. I'm just looking through some comic books, chatting. It's gonna be a nice chill night. Bandits raid 2. Oh, I did miss another raid there. I thought that number jumped up a little bit more. Damn, thank you so much for the duo raid. UPB, can you read my last comment? Let me see here. Archaeology Mikey said, I'm good, UBP. I met Mimikyu Squad in person yesterday, and today he gave me a CGC 6 EX Fire Red and Leaf Green Venusaur Hollow. Dude, nice. I actually have been looking at cards from that set recently. I picked up a Slowpoke, the Yukamori art, the reverse foil from EX Fire Red and Leaf Green. I was looking at the Meowth as well, and the Ivysaur reverse hollow. Those are some pretty dope cards. Dude, sorry so much again for missing the Bandits Hideout right as well. Thanks for sliding through, guys. Tonight, we're taking a break from my Pokemon collection, and we're looking through my comic book collection, because I need to try and move some of these books upcoming soon at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. I believe GSP and OTP are going to be there as well. I'm going to try and meet up with them. But if anybody likes Markiplier, what do you think a signed copy from the author would go for versus if I also got Markiplier to sign these? What do you think? What would you pay for some Markiplier comics? We got some more here. Another one signed. I met the author. He was a great guy. He basically signed every book for me. So I've got a lot of signatures. Got the Markiplier with the variant cover, where it's just him with the kind of holofoil Markiplier total. We got the Markiplier in Magica. They also did Markiplier mixed into a lot of other comic franchises for Red Giant. So he sort of just did cameo stories along other storylines that they're properties of. Got Markiplier here, guest starring Dual Identity from Zwagbox. This is a Zwagbox exclusive that was there. He actually gave me signed as well. And a variant cover. I think actually this is the regular and this is the variant. So basically, guys, if you're not aware, a variant cover is just an alternate cover. So it's sort of like an alternate art, but sometimes it's not as hype, you know? People more care about the original than variants sometimes, unless the variant was done by a particular great artist. This one is another one here, Katrina, a story about a vampiress. We have Porcelain, also signed. Dual Identity, also signed. This was a free Comic Book Day copy he threw in as well. This is Wayward Sons, giant size action comic for free Comic Book Day. Oh, got some more. Oops, almost knocked over my water bottle. Got some more. The new Teen Titans. Terra joins the Titans. I remember this from the cartoons very well. But man, if I had read the comics first and knew that Tara was a backstabbing beep, I would have been watching those episodes with a whole lot more just, no. Don't trust her. Don't trust her, Beast Boy. Don't vouch for her. She's bad. She worked with the bad guy. The new Teen Titans. And there's introducing Tara. Is she friend or foe? This is a little weird. So this is called Kennel Block Blues. 1 of 4. I literally bought this because it was dogs. I recently bought a mint state 1884 0 silver Morgan dollar for $40 today at a coin store. How much is it worth? I love Markiplier, but no monies. That's fine. I'm not necessarily trying to sell the comics these stream, because I would have to then also figure out how to ship them safely. Oh man, it looks like I'm missing one. 2 of 4, 3 of 4. Oh, I don't have 4 of 4. I'm missing one of the Kennel Block Blues. But yeah, I literally bought this comic series because I was like, oh cute, dogs in prison. Aw, that's so cool and cute. They're dogs, but they're doing a prison break to get out of the pound. Aw. And the cats are in charge. And the cats have dogs. The cats are running the prison. I was like, this is so great. And I just bought it immediately. I was like, I'm going to find that 4th book. And I never looked for it. We got some really cool covers here. This is Image Comics number 0, Nightmare. Book number 0. The heck is this? Is probably not worth anything, but I got 2 of them. I got 2 Nightmare number 0s from Image Comics. Really cool foil cover. It's like engraved or embossed. Blood Ties Part 1, The Killer. From Archaea Studios Press. See, there's a lot of stuff I have that's just like, where did I get this? And we got The Killer, The Debt Part 1. So it's the same series, but a different Part 1, a different series saga. The Land of Nod number 2. It's featuring Jetcat. Now, I know why I bought this. I was just like, fucking Jetcat, baby, I immediately love you. Let's go. Let's look through the Land of Nod real quick. Take a brief peek at the Land of Nod featuring Jetcat. Oh, it's not all colorized. That's a bit of a shame. Time out, everyone. I'm totally freaked. Let's see now. It was my 8th birthday party, and my friend Todd Johnson gave me this secret pinch. Ow. So I turned from my real identity of Melanie McKay into my super identity of Jetcat. Then I went and fought the Jetcat Haters Club and their stupid giant robot, and I was winning like crazy. But then... Oh, I don't know. Probably those jerks shot me into another dimension from behind, too. Grr. Just wait until I feed them all this big juicy knuckle sandwich triple decker. Pow! So it's a girl who got a secret pinch on her elbow from her friend at her 8th birthday party that turned her into Jetcat. What a heartwarming tale. A tale as old as time, a tale I'm sure we all know very well. I like the kind of chicken scratch. I don't know how to explain the art style without sounding. It looks like Captain Underpants. That's a way you can compliment it without saying it's kind of shitty. It looks like Captain Underpants. Ooh, Jetcat. It is from Dark Horse Comics, so... Sleeve her up. We got some more Nightmare comics, image number 4. Now we're getting into some real underground shit. The Laughing Target from Rumik World, number 2, by Rumiko Takahashi. This is an English adaptation of some real underground manga in comic format. This is a thick little book here. It's kind of like a hardcover. It's like a soft cover. It's not just a comic book. This is like a graphic novel. Faces new and familiar. Welcome to Rumik World, a place concocted in the fertile imagination of Japan's most popular comics creator, Rumiko Takahashi. For those of you who picked up this book because you are already a fan of Miss Takahashi's work, you know what to expect. An enjoyable reading experience and beautifully rendered art. If, however, you have never picked up a manga title and are doing so because this one is adapted in English by the talented Len Wein, then you're in for an extra special treat. The skill of Len Wein's writing coupled with the plotting expertise of Rumiko Takahashi. But lest you forget, let me remind you that The Laughing Target is a tale of terror, romance, and the supernatural. The ride that this story takes you on is filled with scary twists and turns. I'll only tell you this once. Hold on. Consider yourself warned. What's going on, 999? I have around 42 Morgan silver dollars in my collection. I'm kind of addicted to Morgans. Oh man, there was an ad jingle that said Morgan in it. Oh yeah, it's just Morgan and Morgan. This along with like, what is it? What's it called? Psychic Girl Mai, which I do have an issue of Psychic Girl Mai as well. Dude, this is such a good story, guys. I can't even tell you enough. This is such a good story. And this book is in immaculate condition. It's so clean. Let me just flip to a random page, show you some action. She's running. There's a figure. It's chasing. And it's a supernatural figure. And then she murders him. She just bashes him in the head with a rock. But then she's running. And then these guys are like, bah! And then she's like, choke. Because they were hitting on her. And then she freaking choke slams the motherfucker. And I'm like, yes, queen. Slay. Literally. Sorry, I was trying to quick change. Literally slay. Anyway. Boss man, jumping off. Gonna do late night retro game stream and some packs. Yeah, sounds nice. I'll be swinging by there for sure. I think we might raid on through by there. Try and get through some of these. This is such a great story. Dude, I gotta read through this again. Seriously, dude. Check out some Rumiko Takahashi. Enrich yourselves. I have no recollection of what I paid for this book at all. I'm assuming I probably got this at Green Shift Comics, because he would usually have a lot of Viz Select Comics in the 50-cent bin in the back, and I would always be the first one to scoop them up. Hey, we got Blood Ties Part 2 for the killer, so we do got some more of that storyline. Kid Terrific, image number 1 by Snyder Diliberto. This is just it's a good, like, you know, children's read. Kid Terrific. Now this is some black culture right here. The Liberator. At times, history and fate meet at a single time in a single place to shape a turning point in man's unbending search for freedom. The reoccurrence of a legend. Images and Realties. I don't know where I got this either, but this is a real strange guy. Like, you don't see this. This, like, it's an amateur style done very well. It's something about the inking. This looks very like just for Loot Crate. That's why I left that one sealed and didn't read it. I was like, we gonna hold on to it. May have been right too. A lot of that stuff. We got some more new Teen Titans. I really loved the new Teen Titans. Here's another one. She's possessed. I guess with Terra freaking out. You were one of us once. Why have you betrayed us now? The answer to that, Robin, will be the death of you all. Because you demanded it, the return of the original Starfire, and Comic Dom's most stunning super team. Some more new Teen Titans. As you can see, I really like picking up new Teen Titans. I was really into it. Because I loved watching the cartoons, so I really was into like trying to pick up the old comics. The new Teen Titans. Oh, we got some more from Red Giant. Magica. Darkon. There's more of the other ones I had signed, but not signed. Have to go. Great stream. Everyone stay safe. Same to you. Hope you have a great night, Mikey. We have the Shadow Children. Porcelain again. Oop, that just fell. Porcelain. Lethargics. Well, that's another one. Apparently I paid $8.50 for this. Soul of a Samurai. This one again is more of a book, it seems. Small kind of pocket size. Not quite pocket size, but smaller kind of really good quality cover. It's really good. Shinzu has overcome his physical, mental, and emotional demons, only to come face to face with his most daunting enemy, himself. As he stands face to face with the mirror, he finds that there are two paths open to him, but only one choice that he can make. That choice, however, proves to be more difficult than it would seem, and he is left to ponder his final earthly attachment and the consequences that will come with the making of his final decision. Michael Scott, what's going on? Do you have any of the old Batman and Predator? Old Batman? You want to see old Batman? We'll get to old Batman. The oldest comic I have is probably a Batman comic from 1969. Let me see if I can get to that one. We'll skip to it. But this I do want to take a quick look at because I'm like, what is this, bro? What is Lethargics? The Aardvark. Cerberus must have told somebody to bring a fire extinguisher. Well, damn it. Lethargic lad in Conde 2. So this guy must be like a well-known, because there's like actual like fancy computer blurring effect used to protect, well, me. Okay, as you can tell, very realistic proportions on this villain lady called I Am Lady Bad Girl. Yeah, I think I picked this up just because it was one of those like fun, kind of kitschy, like very well but poorly drawn intentionally type of stories. And again, just very odd. I hadn't seen this ever, and I was like, I'll pick it up. How much is it? $1? Yeah, pick it up. If it's $1, of course. I have to look more into this. Lethargic, the Aardvark. Try to get all these back in here. Let me see if I can fish out that Batman. Dark B, you want to play any PTCG live? I do actually. I could go for some live. Oh, but first, let me find that Batman real quick. I'm gonna find that Batman. It's somewhere here. Not Batman, but we got some Venom. Love me some Venom. That Venom and Punisher. Oh, shit. Hamster Vice. So it's like hamsters but they're like beat cops. Haunt. Pretty Deadly. These are all some newer comics. Odyssey. This is actually a beautiful comic. The art in here is really psychedelic, really beautiful. Bitch Planet, Girl Gangs, Caged and Enraged. This is fucking hilarious. This is like, yeah. Doctor Strange, Last Day of Magic. El Diablo. I got a lot of El Diablo, actually. Just because I was like, he's literally an ex-gangbanger turned superhero for his hood. I was like, bro, this is like, why have I not heard about El Diablo? He's just a hardcore chulo out here protecting his streets, fam. Nailbiter. This was a kind of not really gory, but just like you can tell he's freaking chewing his finger off. Bloodshot Reborn. Harley Quinn. Convergence. We got Watchmen. DC Comics Essentials. Amy Racecar. This is actually a really fun comic. Invincible. Oh, shit. My the Psychic Girl. Story by Kazuya Kudo and art by Ryoichi Ikegami. Number 1. My the Psychic Girl. This one to me is big. That's a big fucking grab. I was super happy when I found that. Orc Stain. We got some more Deadpool. Spawn. More Deadpool. Stupid Poop Comics. Big Trouble in Little China. More Teen Titans. Futurama. Treehouse of Horrors, which I love. I love getting Treehouse of Horrors. Got a whole bunch of these. More Punisher. Nightwing. Hey, that's what I'm looking for. I was just talking about Nightwing earlier. Nightwing does not get enough shine, man. Nightwing is so sick. Superman, Aquaman. This is an old Aquaman, too. Some old Aquaman. Some more Night of the Bat, where there's like a vampire. This is Superman and Robin. Does anyone else see that title? Superman and Robin. Not Batman and Robin. Superman and Robin. How fucking odd is that? More Harley Quinn for Comic Fest for Halloween. Blue. This is honestly just a comic I had as a kid, so I rebought it. I don't even like it. It's not a comic I liked, but I had it, so I bought it. Because I saw it. More X-Men. Some Spectacular Spider-Man. More Deadpool. Bloodshot. More Deadpool. Ah, some Jay and Silent Bob. We got the Oni double feature. Whole lot more Deadpool, Deadpool, Deadpool and Cable, Deadpool. Oh, Batman and Little Gotham. Doctor Strange. Demon Blade. Oh my god, I have so much stuff, bro. I love this series. This was a little newer. Not that new. This is from 2014. This was Batman and Little Gotham. So it was like Batman comics, but they were done in like a chibi kind of small art style that I fell in love with this so fast, and the stories were so good. But then we had a Doctor Strange, The Oath #1. This is a reprint of the original Doctor Oath comic for Halloween Comic Fest. I ended up getting that for free because it was my birthday. And they were like, "You're born on Halloween?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they was like, I mean, I kind of feel like I should just give you this one for free since you bought some. Yeah, Blunt Man and Chronic, baby. This is another big one for me. Special #1, Dixon and Nino. World of Young Master Demon Blade. Bro, there's some great comics that aren't talked about. Fight Club 2. So Chuck Palahniuk, the guy who wrote Fight Club, decided to make a comic book series for Fight Club 2. For a sequel for it. I picked up a couple of those. Hack and Slash. That one's a little... I don't think I've even read that one. Some more Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad April Fool's Special. We're just pranking the big old bad. Gone. Fucking Gone by Masashi Tanaka. Color spectacular. Where did I get this, bro? He's the tiny terror from the Jurassic Era. Gone. Bro, I love Gone. Oh my god, I feel like I bought myself presents from the past. What's going on? Definitely not Derek Reyes. This is such an underrated Japanese, like, franchise. Gone, man. The little dinos war. More Deadpools. Where's that damn Batman? Drunken Fist. So just look at his face is dumb a little bit, but I really enjoy Drunken Fist. Oh, we got Cable with the gold foil. Is this from Rob Liefeld? First issue collector's item? Future Destiny? But where's the author? Is this from Rob Liefeld? Or Liefeld? Doesn't say it on the cover. You think it would. I think that's Rob Liefeld. Another Drunken Fist. Where is that Batman? I thought it was in this box. Drunken Fist. Drunken Fist. Drunken Fist. I got a lot more Drunken Fist comics than I thought I had. I mean, I was really into it. I thought it was kind of cool. And they were cheap. Oh, this is a good one, bro. This is a really good issue of Deadpool right here. This is a nice issue of Deadpool. $10. That's what I bought it for over 10 years ago. This one's got to be worth something now. This is like a badass Deadpool comic. A lot of them are kind of too funny. This one's like some hardcore Deadpool right here. This is some bad shit. And still has some good jokes. Like, that's a good Deadpool issue for sure. Oops, spice sliding. Rick and Morty. Hey, I got some Rick and Morty. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Everybody get swifty. Everybody get swifty in here. We got Nightwing, the Rebirth #1. I had another Rick. Yeah, there's the other Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty got another Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. More Venom. Let's see. What is this? G.I. Joe? Oh, X-Force? Oh, I love X-Force, bro. The Feeders? This just looks kind of cool. I think I just bought this based off the cover. I don't think I've read this at all. Dark Horse Maverick. I was just like, who is this Harvey Dent Two-Face looking motherfucker with all these scary-eyed people and this nun called Feeders? Well, I think I just bought it based off of all that. I was like, alright, well, it says 420. That was probably the other thing. Any 420 meme I could get my hands on, I would buy it. Oh, Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers comic. I don't remember getting this. 30% discount on Bob's Burgers. Ooh, sealed X-Force. Still sealed. Now this one had to be Rob Liefeld. A. Daniel and 1C Conrad. Oh, this must have been after Liefeld left. Because that isn't Liefeld. Yeah. Oh well. Got some Clive Barker, Insomnia, Mr. Freak, Droids, X-Men, Shuck. I'm gonna find it. So, oh shit! Here it is. That's not the Batman, but this is an issue of Doom 2099 with the New England Comics of Florida Certificate of Authenticity. This document certifies that on November 21st, 1992, Pat Broderick, artist, signed a limited number of copies of Doom 2099 #1 first edition for NEC of Florida and their valued customers. There's Patrick R. Broderick's signature, the signature of the store manager, and the witness who witnessed this signature. Signed Doom 2099. Or signature, certificate. This is worth keeping out. We're gonna hold on to that one. I gotta get a price check on that. Anything else? Where is the Batman? The Batman is not in this box. Son of a bee. Alright, this is staying out. We're leaving this. This is a signature right here by Patrick R. Roderick. That's worth looking into. Yeah, dang it. Love Batman Little Gotham though. Love Jay and Bob. It was $8.95. I know I didn't pay that. I got that at Green Shift, I believe. I lived and breathed by those freaking 50-cent boxes, bro. I'd go in with a budget of $50 and leave with so much shit. Some of them I would instantly flip or give away. But as you can see, a lot of them still got. I got all these boxes down here underneath the table. Where's that Batman? Let's see. A lot of these are dusty. Just sitting in these boxes collecting. Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man. We got some Archie comics. Laugh. Archie's Christmas Lovin'. Beetle Bailey. The Man in the Crime Master's Mask. Superhero book. Very simple. That one doesn't even have a bag or a board. It's in really bad condition. It's all drawn all over the pages, or yep, written all over the human statue. Slately? I don't even know what that... What? Anyway. That's a trash comic. Thunder Agents. Tales of Asgard. Uncanny X-Men. Mixed Blessings. The Uncanny X-Men. If you read only one X title this month, this issue must be it. Invaders. Fantastic Four. Okay, nothing there. Where is that Batman, baby? Oh, snap! This is a big issue, by the way. This, as you can see from the size, this is not a common comic size. This is a Big Guy and Rusty, or Big Guy and Rusty the Boy Robot, from Dark Horse Comics. This is a giant size issue. I don't know if anybody knows Big Guy and Rusty, but I think there was a cartoon version of this that was made that just didn't do very well, and I think it's because they didn't really they couldn't make this artwork work for a cartoon. Like, look at this miasmic amalgamation of this beast coming together. A lot of this stuff they just couldn't do. They couldn't make it work from comic art into the cartoon, so it just kind of flopped. And it's sad because the art in the comics is really detailed and great, and I love the choice of color, and like all the detail in this art was so amazing. Like, it's sad that Big Guy and Rusty didn't do as much as I feel it should have. Look at this. Look at how freaking grotesque and like all this just craziness of all these people merging into and turning into the dinosaurs, and then the whole city just being overrun. Jesus, man. Some sick art in some of these comics, but you know what, man? Especially from a legend like Frank Miller. Dude, this is a classic book. This is a classic book for me. Have not priced that, though. I gotta see what that's worth. Ugh. This is probably my most expensive Star Wars book right here. It's probably, it was worth a bit more. I think more of these have found their way into the market just due to collectors being like, that thing's worth 60 bucks? I think I got that book somewhere. And then all of a sudden, you know, a book that used to be worth a lot is worth a little less. And, you know, it's sad, but I probably should have sold this way back when. It goes for about 40 to 45 now. I see some people selling them for 30 sometimes in poorer quality, but this is a pretty good clean issue. Right on the back of that, we got, at the hand of Thanos, the death of Spider-Man. You will believe a man can die. This is not only an issue after Thanos kills Spider-Man, but this is actually the first, what do you call it? First appearance of Madam Spider, I believe was her name. Ooh. A Fine Mess too. Street Poet Ray, Hearts Without a Home. Actually, this is a really nostalgic comic. I loved this comic. I thought it was very touching, very sweet. I love the poetry in it. The artwork is very nice. I just think that's a great comic. I could never sell this one. Street Poet Ray from Marvel Comics. This will stay with me. The Amazing Spider-Man Official Marvel Index. Some more Spidey, and Cyclone is his name. Here's one with him fighting the Vulture and somebody else. Is that Electro? Is that supposed to be Electro? Ruins! Okay, this is newer, but this is such a great story. This is Ruins, book 1 of 2. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, in his Venom suit. We have a sealed Harley's Little Black Book. Harley's Little Black Book, still sealed in the black bag. Yet to be opened. This right here, Blood Hunters, X-Force. Deadpool's back. This is the second appearance of Deadpool. Look at this. Would you come look at this? Yes, look at this. Second appearance of Deadpool right here. X-Force. Deadpool's back, baby. UPB, don't read. Why? What don't I read? Are you saying I don't read? Oh man, this one upsets me. This book upsets me because I missed out. I missed out on selling this when it was at its high. You wouldn't think it by looking at it. I bought this book not knowing anything about it. I just thought the art was nice. Those look all sealed. Well, I mean, they're in bags and boards, but I don't know if any of these will. If I open this up, which it's all taped shut, and I'm always afraid I'm gonna ruin the tape. So I have it sealed in a bag and board, so it's sealed that way, but if you look, the comic itself comes sealed in a black bag. Oh no, I opened it. I thought I had it sealed. Wait, I have another one though. Okay, so this isn't my sealed one. I have a sealed one. I have another sealed one somewhere. I gotta find it. This one I did open, it appears. But yeah, this is Harley's Little Black Book, still in the black bag. I have another issue of this sealed. I thought this was my sealed one. I gotta find it. Just stopping in to slap the like and say hey, so like, slap, and hey, y'all have fun. Alright, thanks for bouncing. I know comics aren't everybody's thing, but I just found a bigger part of my old collection and wanted to take a look through. And I figured I might as well share it with chat. Hope you're having a great night, Mom KJ. But yeah, what I was saying about this book. I found this comic book, and let me stress this to you. I bought this without any knowledge at all about who Kim Deitch was or her importance to comic book art. I just liked it. I just thought the art was nice. I was like, this is a good looking book. It was 50 cents. I bought it. And then I found out a year later that apparently this particular book, this one-shot comic, was worth $150 to $200. Imagine you bought a comic book for 50 cents and found out it's worth $150 to $200. Now imagine deciding not to sell it then because you're like, it'll be worth more later. If that's what it's worth now, I got it for 50 cents. Let's see how far it goes. But of course, when something becomes worth money, all of a sudden people start finding it in their collections, or they start hunting, they find it in the wild. After a while, a whole lot of these books started finding their way up, and when I checked it last year, it was down to $45, which still is almost a 1,000 times increase or something like that, a 500 time increase or something. Still crazy profit even if I were to sell this for 40 now, but I could have sold it for 200 bucks because this thing is brand new, clean, no crimps, no tears, no nothing, brand new quality. I could have sold this for $200, but I just didn't know enough. I was like, it'll keep going up. No, people will find the book and they will sell the book. This is Guardians of the Galaxy #1. This is a Deadpool variant cover. Deadpool's not in the issue at all, but it's just a alternate art cover work, basically. Some more Marvel Spider-Man. Where is that damn Batman? I have a Batman from 1969 somewhere. And I'm gonna find it, damn it. Hold on. Trying to get these back in the sides of the box. This, though, we're leaving out. That's signed, bro. Dang, still, though, keep it. I mean, I'm gonna keep it for a little while longer, but I'm looking at selling it, you know? I gotta make some room, and as much as I like it, it's not worthy of keeping. This, though, it was priced at $15. It has a certificate signed by Pat Broderick, the artist. Let me take a look in here. I don't believe the book itself is signed. I think it's just this certificate. Yeah, the book itself is not signed. The book is still clean. A little bit of bends here and there. It's not the greatest quality. Oh, no, it is signed. Oh, it is signed. Yeah, it's signed right down here. Yeah, so that's a real pen signature. So, okay. So, what I've seen online, the only ones I've seen that were signed, it was signed up here. It was the same issue. It had actually similar wear, and the seller was selling it for $25, but he was not selling it with the certificate. As a matter of fact, no other seller of this this comic book, who's been selling it with Broderick's signature, has had their certificate with it. So I potentially am the only person on the market right now who has a signed copy of the book with certification. That's kind of big to me. I'm the only person who still has the NEC certificate with the proof of the signature. That's pretty big, man. Come on. Even with the slight wear this book has on the cover, like here on the side, the little bends, if someone is selling 25 without a certificate with similar wear, what is the certificate change in that price? That's the thing I gotta find out. What is, and keep in mind, $15, but this was well over 10 years ago I picked this book up. And still today, there's not a lot of people selling it with the cert. So I got something on my hands with this book. Take a look through it. Check the page quality. Ooh, real crisp cover, man. Not a whole lot of bleeding. I mean, not a whole lot of rippling. Ink looks good. No stains, no water damage. Slight tiny tear down here on the bottom. Should increase it. How much? I'm not sure. I should ask my hubs. He's pretty smart at comic book stuff. He collects for the kids. Well, if you guys are also looking to buy any books, I am trying to sell some. And while I would like to keep this for my collection, if it can pull in at least 50 bucks, if it's, I mean, even if it only brings up the price like $10 more and it's worth 35, I would look at selling it. Because, I mean, I got it for fucking 15 bucks 10 years ago. If it can at least double its money for me, it's fine. Got the signature with the certificate. And it's one of out of how many? First edition. Doesn't say out of how many on here. But man, that's, I don't know. We're definitely gonna bring this to Tampa Bay Comic-Con with us and see what the interest is. Someone at that convention's got to know, and I'd rather try and just sell it directly to a collector if I can, because I can get more money that way instead of selling it to someone who has to leave meat on the bone to flip it. I mean, it depends though. If I can't find somebody there who's willing to just buy the book straight up, then I would have to get these prices off though. Okay, actually, leave that out. We're gonna find this freaking Batman, man. It's the one book that I know is like the oldest in my collection. Silicon Horizon by Force and Bergeron. This one I bought purely based off of art alone from the cover. And this Goku Vegeta looking dude. And the color choice. This watercolor kind of like... Let's just take a look through here. I haven't opened this up in a hot minute. But I remember I was just like, bro, I'm buying this. I gotta buy this. I just remember I fell in love with the artwork so fast. I was like, bro, this is sick. This is so different. I love the kind of coloration of the page here, just to set an entire vibe of what this story is about. It's like the computer, and then like they go into another world, and then there's all these drugs, and then there's this giant monster, and he shoots himself up with power, and then they're sort of like shifting into, okay, nope, yeah, it got there's a nude there. Where they strip clothes off, and then all of a sudden the screen breaks, and then they're changing into a whole other society. I don't know, it just got real trippy real fast, and just the artwork alone, I was just like, bro, this is so different. And then this, like, it's just writing on the wall. I was like, I'm buying this shit. This is dope. It just looked sick to me. It still looks sick to me. I still really like this one. Silicon Horizon. I want to learn more about it. Like, where the hell did this come from? Wait, where'd my board for that just go? Oh, right here. Ooh. Psych, JK. See. Hold on. Let me see. That is flipping cool. Ha, I get it. Remember that $1 dono you thought was from the bot and the large dono Broly did for your tires? Guess who that was? Give you one guess. I think you donated more than $1. Yeah, you sent me like, KJ, I think you donated like, what, 50 bucks or something? Was it 30 bucks? I'm pretty sure you donated like 30 bucks, or you're saying the larger dono, the 110 was from you. Because Broly took responsibility for your 110 then. Just so you know, Broly took responsibility for your 110, if that's what you're saying. He bit your shit. I still really appreciate you for that. That made a big difference for that entire weekend. I may have had my car nearly break down from the drive to and from Orlando and had to put $916 into my... Broly did the large donut. I just told him about it. Oh, so okay. You passed along the word. You were the what is it? The Hierophant? You were the angel. Say, oh, heavy metal we can't show. I think we're safe on the cover. Yeah, I got some heavy metals. I still really appreciate that, KJ. That's just amazing that you thought to be like, hey, let me pass the message along as well. Zippy. Zippy, the Pinhead family versus the Toad family. Oh, it's another heavy metal, which we can't have on screen for very long, so let's cover it up. Action Comics. The Flash, baby! What good is all my speed when I couldn't save the one woman who could clear my name? I don't know, man. No, really did large no. And I did the dono, more than $1, lost some to PayPal because had the wrong link, but at least you got here. At least you got there and you had what you needed. Yes, definitely. I was Fist at a North Star. I got this at a Goodwill for 50 cents. Yeah. Fist at a North Star, #1. That's sick. I feel like that should sell easy. That's a good book. Indiana Jones? Anybody like Indy? I know apparently the newer movies sucked, but I haven't seen it. Has anyone... Howard the Duck? Oh, I was not expecting to see Howard the Duck. Clive Barker. Oh, this is a glow-in-the-dark cover, too. Turok! Bro! I think I have a bit of these, bro. I have a bit of Turok. Yeah. Anyone else know about Turok? Other than the games? It was based off of comic books, and these are it. From Gold Key Comics, Turok, the Son of Stone. Look at him, he's stealing the baby dinosaur. I don't know, I said that like it was a good thing. That's a bad thing. Poor baby dino. That's a duplicate. I have another one of that. Ooh. Oh! Deadpool. With a Juggernaut. That's a good issue right there. And then this is actually first appearance of Juggernaut. Right here, I think. X-Men Thunderstrike. Ooh. Dino kidnapping, yup. KK really have to go now. Enjoy. I will have Hubzot replay and see if there's anything that he wants to offer on. Like I said, I will reach through Discord if he does. Have fun. Appreciate that. Oh, I got some Marvel supernatural thrillers featuring the living mummy. All these deadly pawns. Have a wonderful night, KJ. Yo, Shrek's box. What's happening, fam? Just looking through some of my collection here. At all my comic books. I'm getting into some of my horror comics now, which I really like. Got the monsters are coming, beware. Or the monsters are coming, beware. That's what it is. I'm trying to find my oldest comic book, which I'm pretty sure is a Batman comic from 1969. I'm having trouble spotting it right now. But I'm on my last box, so I gotta hit it anytime soon. Secrets of the Haunted House. Blackhawk. How's your night going, Shrek's box? Or Blackhawk. Star Trek. Foes and Friends. This one's actually a terrible shape. This comic's so beat. I might actually burn it. This one's okay. Look at George Takei. Chillin'. Look at O'Hara. That don't look nothing at all. Nothing at all like Captain Kirk. Not a single bit. And who's that lady? Star Trek 3, a DC movie special, Search for Spock, Green Lantern. That's right. Green Lantern's black now. Deal with it. And they were saying that the people are trying to get woke now. Psh. Green Lantern been woke, dog. Love comics. Shiny and I used to collect comics and go to Comic-Cons and get signed and graded. Oh, if you want to see signed, I have a signed comic right here, but I need to figure out how to price it. So this is the only... Well, I have other signed comics, but as far as like signed that is worth something more, maybe, this is an issue of Doom 2099. This is a first edition #1, signed by Patrick Broderick, the artist, with a manager signature and a witness signature to prove that it's legit. I have the certificate, motherfucker. Nobody else. I tried looking for like a good bit of today in between my breaks at work. There's nobody else who is selling A Pat Broderick signature comic of this kind with the certificate. Nobody else still has theirs. At least from what I've seen in eBay picks. So I really don't know how much to ask. 25 seems to be the going rate on one that's just signed. In about similar condition as this. There's some creases on the corner here. So if it goes for 25 with a crease cover, without a cert, in my mind, it could go as high as 50 with the cert. But that's like I don't know. Maybe it's lower, maybe it's higher. I don't know. I've been out of the comic game for so long. So I'm holding on to this for now until I can figure it out. But I got a lot of older stuff, a lot of more modern stuff. I haven't bought comics, though, in like so long. Have you heard of Mike Zeck? I have not. Is he an artist or just another, like a comic book aficionado type? A content creator? There it is! Batman. 1969. 1969 Batman. June number 212. 12 cents, bro. It's in poor shape, I'll be honest. Well, it's not in terrible shape, but it ain't pristine, let's say that. Black Suit Spider-Man, Kraven's Last Hunt, Secret... Oh, okay. I've got some Black Suit Spider-Man comics in here, too. So this is my oldest comic I got. Long whiles back, I was trying to price it. This was from a Ghost Rider comic for $100 that I sold. I sold it for $80. I kind of wish I still had that Ghost Rider comic. It might be worth more than $100 now. But 1969. I had it priced at $20 a long while back in this quality. This one I feel like even still might have gone up. It's, you know, a little loose on the quality, but once again, story on the inside is still good. It's just the cover that's a little rough. This is some OG Batman, bro. I just love the cover more than anything. Shot, poisoned, and electrocuted. Who could have done this, Batman? No one, Commissioner. It's just so, like, dark. Like, they're sitting there over a body that was shot, poisoned, and electrocuted. And just the smell. It's got that old comic smell. Shrek Swox, you know what's up. You collected, you know what I mean. It's like, it's not a good smell. But you like it for some reason. You're like, oh man, that smells old. That's got age to it. Look at that. Ka-chung. Zung. Zwoosh. I just love the, I love the onomatopoeias. Zwoosh. Zung. Ka-chung. This is so fucking shit, bro. I don't even want to read it. I'm afraid to flip through it. It's got that vintage smell. There's few things. It, like, I would definitely say new card smell I prefer now, especially since I'm more into the hobby. Like, new card smell is so good, but I'll be damned if old comic smell don't bring back some fucking, puts a little pitter patter in my chest I haven't felt in a minute. Just, oh man, this thing's like 3 times as old as I am, and it's still here. It's somewhat survived the test of time, and it's here in my hands. We went to the moon in the same, well, allegedly, we don't know, but we allegedly went to the moon in the same year that this comic came out. How crazy! The passage of time. Passage of time relayed through ink and paper. Oh, Superman. Supergirl, have you gone mad? You smashed the bottle city of Kandor and killed 7 million people! Yeah, the stories were getting wonky at some points for DC, right? Got some more Star Trek. Boris Karloff. Now these are ones that I don't think I could sell unless they're to like a real horror fan. Boris Karloff, if anyone doesn't know, is a true top G in the horror category. Not as big as Jesus, what's homie's name? He played Dracula, damn it. I can't remember his name now. But Boris Karloff played the Wolfman. He also played Frankenstein in some movies, you know, old monster flicks. Boris Karloff was like the number 2 behind another actor I can't remember the name of right now. Winnie the Pooh. This one's kind of messed up, but this is a original Walt Disney Presents Winnie the Pooh. A little damaged, you know, it's a little torn up here. Not the greatest condition, but more Tales of Mystery Boris Karloff. I could probably sell him, but I love horror, you know? I was born on Halloween, so there's something about Super Goof, and of course it's written on with a wax pen for 15 cents. But we got some OG Walt Disney Super Goof. Woody Woodpecker, again, poor shape, very damaged. Written on. Somebody wrote $1 on it. I guess they were pricing it for sale. Have no fear, Underdog is here. This book is actually kind of worth a little bit. Last I checked a while back, I think it was worth like 20 to 25 bucks. Just because, like, it's like as told by actual, like, vets who were there during Pearl Harbor. So this is like a dramatic comic book retelling of the attack on Pearl Harbor. And the art is actually pretty good. And the story is accurate. The only thing that throws me off is I have no clue about this company. It's called Spire Christian Comics. It's from some independent Christian comic book company. And for some reason, they decided, yeah, we're gonna do a Pearl Harbor comic book as a Christian comic book company. Don't know what that decision process was like, but it's an interesting book. Now we're getting into our Star Wars. We got a lot of Star Wars. Got some newer kind of variant covers, originals from 1977. I got a lot of 77. This is another original 77, Seraphidian Eyes. This is a book worth about 8 to 10 bucks. At least it was at one point. I'm not too familiar. This is another original 77. I'm sure you can tell, though. It is wrecked. Cover's very damaged, torn, just not in good shape. Sadly, but I think I have a duplicate of this one in better shape. Another original 77, not a reprint. I do have some reprints in here. This is another original. This one I think is an original, but it's in terrible shape. This one's not even worth selling. This is just trash, pretty much, to be honest. Another original. Actually, I have a lot more originals than I thought. The way you can tell the original from the reprints is it literally will say reprint. Oh, Daredevil. It's a older Daredevil comic. Pretty nice. Whew. Damn, bro. Nice. No books are trash. I mean, it's still nice, but it's like... To me, if the quality of the book is so poor that it looks like you could damage it by trying to read it, it's trashed. Because if you can't read the story without worrying that you're breaking the book... I mean, at the end of the day, I know some collectors don't even read their comics, but I made a great effort to read a lot of these comics. You know? I've read through a majority of all these books. I just don't remember quite what was in them because this was over 10 years ago. So, some of these books, I mean, they're just a memory in my brain that I have to dig up. Let me try and find a reprint. I'm seeing only originals. I thought I had more reprints, but it appears I actually have more originals than reprints. Oh, this one's a reprint. Okay. So if you look here, these are from two different sets, but Here it just has the regular border here. If you look on the side, I don't think it's going to show it well, but on the side here, this little black brick on the side, there's text in there that says reprint. So it lets you know this is a reprint, I think from 1980, only 3 years later than the original printing, from 77. But damn, I got so much Star Wars, bro. Y'all want Star Wars? I got you. I got Star Wars for days. Indiana Jones as well. Not as much indie. Got a couple indie. A few indie. A few G.I. Joes as well. God, there's so much here. I could flip for days, bro. Got some James Bond comics. Oh, Godzilla, the King of Monsters. And Shogun Warriors. And the A-Team. Hold on, let's swap the stacks back. Ugh. Yeah, in my opinion, if it doesn't look like I can safely pull the comic out of the bag. But what can you say? I got most of those Star Wars comics for free. My cousin gave them to me. Of course, she gave them to me and told me, I want you to sell these for me, because she knew I was really into comics at the time. And then I just couldn't sell them. I didn't try as hard as I could have. I didn't like post them online, but I went to a bunch of conventions, backpack full of comic books in a dream, and I only managed to sell like 2 books to people. They weren't, you know, it was right around that point where comic books were starting to hit a slow point. You know, people just weren't buying comic books. Except for me, because I'm willing to spend more money than what is worth sometimes, just because I like stuff. And they were pretty prevalent. They were everywhere, man. You know, I could get comic books at Goodwill, at Green Shift while they were still open. By the way, this is not an original #1 Action Comics. This is a reprint from, with the certification, a reprint from Loot Crate, which might actually be worth some money just because it's still sealed and it's an exclusive product. Homie said, I got a couple comics. Proceeds to pull out comics. I got a whole warehouse under my table. I got 2 long boxes, 2 other boxes filled with comics. Got the Living Mummy, bro. Oh, I just put these back in there. That's the, yeah, I thought I had duplicates. So this is Deadpool with Juggernaut. This is, I think, the first appearance of Juggernaut. This is like the very first Juggernaut right here. That or I have it backwards. This is the first and this is the second. I think Juggernaut got his start in Deadpool. Or maybe I'm thinking backwards. Some comics and old baseball cards hit different. I wasn't too into baseball cards, but I definitely had a lot of like basketball cards when I was younger. I know, I had some baseball cards. I had like a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card that I fucking loved, but I ruined it. That might have been worth some money, man. More Turok, Son of Stone. Howard the Duck again. Submariner. More Archie comics. Red Sonja. New Defenders, Superman. I think that's about it for a lot of the a lot of this other stuff I have is older, but it's just like I don't even know anything about it. Like, yeah, Superman, cool. This looks like a cool issue. But then again, who in the heck is Sword of the Atom? What the heck is Sword of the Atom? I have no goddamn clue. Never heard of it in my life. What is Sword of the Atom? No idea. That's something you shouldn't say out loud. What? Did I just buy anything? It's like, yeah, I don't care. I was buying comics everywhere. I don't know. Maybe I said something else that sounded sus. Got some old Justice League here. Scars of Steel. The end of the Justice League of America. Oh, this is Crossover Legends Chapter 14. Yeah, this is a pretty decent issue. I only had it priced at $2 a long while back, but I think that's a pretty cool issue. You Damon. No, that you had Kangaroo. Oh, yeah. I didn't, Man, if only you could go back in time and tell yourself as a kid, like, yo, look, please, I know you only care about Pokemon cards right now, but the fact of the matter is you have other stuff in your possession as a child that's going to be worth money. Take care of your video games. Take care of your old magazines, your old Nintendo Powers, your game, what is it, like, what was it, Tips and Tricks, and all the other fucking gamer magazines. They're actually going to be worth some. I would have told myself, man, please, just take care of it. The Phantom Stranger. Like, who in the hell, who watches The Watchmen? Oh, this is who watches The Watchmen? Phantom Stranger. Wait, is Phantom Stranger from Watchmen? Or is that just a tagline they put on there? Who watches The Watchmen? And why is this not in a bag? Hold on. Let me fix that right now. I still got a bunch of bag and boards on me. Alright, fix that problem. Bagged and boarded. Mr. Miracle. No clue who Mr. Miracle is. Not a damn clue. Someone help me. This is the only book so far, even if it's not worth more than some of my other books. I have high hopes for this one. It's signed by Pat Broderick. It's got the certificate, which no one else has. I gotta try and look up and scour the internet, see if there's any other sales histories. And there's nothing on price charting. I already tried. The only thing on price charting I can find is the red foil. I can't see anything on price charting for the first edition silver foil. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh. Still though, really love all my comics. I kind of don't want to get rid of them, but anywhere I can find money that's just sitting around, I think I should at least look into what it's worth and maybe look at maybe parting with, because at the end of the day, I really want to try and get some more money into the channel. I want to I had a lot of fun doing the last giveaway stream. I want to try and pull together as much money as I can so I can continue to sort of at least do smaller versions of that more consistently, especially for my members now. Every month I want to try and give my members something, and if I can try and turn my old comic book collection into giveaway items that you guys can add to your collection, I'm ready to try, you know? I'm ready to see what I can do with these now and actually kind of start moving. Hey, what's going on, Adriana? Welcome into the stream as well. Yeah, as I was saying, like, it's just been sitting, man. And especially if I'm just, like, the kind of stuff I'm sitting on, like, I have no clue I even had this. I had no recollection of a signed Pat Broderick comic. But it's there. And if it's worth a good amount of money, I mean, I just gotta find even one piece of selling history that has a seller selling the comic with the certification, because everybody else is selling it signed with no cert. So what can I price this at? And it's even worse when you're thinking of online. See, I was here earlier doing I'm sorry I missed you, Adriana. I wasn't expecting a double raid on a comic book stream from the Pokemon community, but I really appreciate everybody showing a little bit of support. In my opinion, I feel like there's enough crossover for comic books and cards, you know? They're both paper. Sometimes they're shiny. Good enough for me. Oh, I think I'm about done with the comics for the stream here, though. Oh, about these under the desk. What's this? Where'd you go? Thunder Agents. No clue what that is. Once again, just it's a lot of stuff I just got for free, and I have no knowledge on it, but I got it. Love comic books. Whatever works for you. Yeah, I'm in no means migrating my content to become a comic book channel, but I have a lot of different interests, and if one of my interests right now is trying to get back into my comics enough so that I can sell them and make Pokemon cards with you, I at least wanted to share that. You know, you gotta just start trying to, at least, if not Pokemon related, just sort of spreading my content out enough more so that people can maybe get to know a bit more about myself. I love Pokemon. Pokemon has been a part of my life pretty much since I can remember. But I have a lot of other things I've loved, a lot of other things I've collected from coin and paper currencies from the very beginning, to comic books. I collected coloring books even for a long time, just because I liked whatever the coloring book was about, like what it was based on. Manga, anime, pretty much anything you can think of in the realm of nerdiness. I made myself a resident source for amongst all my friends. If someone didn't know whether an anime or a manga was good, I probably knew what it was, and I could tell them about it and let them decide whether they liked it. If someone wanted to get into comic books but they didn't know where to start, I would maybe point them in direction of, like, particular heroes they liked, and then giving them issues to look for, like, hey, there's this 4-part story arc that I think you would really like, based on these things you like, and I think this story would be great for you to read. A lot of that knowledge has been lost on me now because I've been out of comics for so long. But I may start looking at comics again. I really miss buying comic books. That was a big chunk of my life, was just buying and selling comics, going to comic book stores. Some days I wouldn't buy any comics. I would just find myself talking to some dude or a few people in a comic book store for like 3 hours, just shooting the shit, just looking through books, helping them buy books, looking at stuff for myself, hiding books for myself for later, just the same as we'd sometimes do with Pokemon packs in the store, saving, I think this one's hot, but I'm already buying this and that, but I'm gonna put this one box somewhere and I'm gonna come by for it later, and if maybe someone else buys it, okay, fair game, but I want to save this book for me. Also, it was just, as you can see, some of the stuff I have, I literally found in boxes for 50 cents, $1, a quarter. And I was just sniping up whatever, snapping it up. Other books I'd get handed to me for free. It was very similar to Pokemon, I got in during a lull in the middle of a boom. So comic books were already in a boom, but a lot of the people were new and didn't know what to buy or what they were buying. I myself was the same. It's very similar to the Pokemon boom that we all sort of experienced come back around. And maybe that's why I kind of found myself getting back into Pokemon, is I kind of started to see that was happening. I was like, hey, you know what? Pokemon's kind of taking off again. And I've been playing the games again now, but I was like, I kind of want to get back into cards. And it was right around the time I was playing Magic the Gathering. I was buying a lot of Magic packs, and I would go to the card shops, and I saw people ripping, like, black and white and XY packs around, which were, like, pretty much, that was recent for the time. And I saw somebody pull, like, a Kyurem, like this all silver Kyurem or Dialga, whatever I can't remember which one. It was either like Palkia or maybe it was the all white kind of Kyurem, but I saw that card get pulled, and it sort of just, it didn't immediately make me get back into Pokemon, but I saw that card and I was like, holy crap, I didn't know Pokemon cards look like that now. That looks so much sicker. And I just, from that moment, I remembered seeing that pull in that card shop and just being like, I kind of think I want to start playing Pokemon. I want to get back into Pokemon again. But I didn't right away. I kept playing Magic the Gathering, and I had a fun time. Had a great time playing Magic. Still a great game. But I think when I really started, like, getting back into Pokemon, that's where I really started to find a lot more joy in getting back into the TCG hobby. And it was so strong that I just put comics away. I was like, no, I know where I want to be now. I was like, I love comic books, but goddamn, a trading card can have all the beauty of an entire comic book and one work of art, and you can play it. I was like, I gotta switch ships. I was like, I'm leaving D&D alone right now. We're putting Magic the Gathering away. Comic books can stay in my long boxes. I'm not buying anymore. I'm not selling anymore. We're just keeping the books I got, and I'm switching over to Pokemon. And god dang, man, I've never been happier. I only wish I would have made that choice earlier. I could have been snagging up Evolutions booster boxes, black and white booster boxes. Could have been snagging up base set booster boxes, man. I could have been getting some vintage. I would have been, oh. Hindsight is 20/20. If I could go back in time, I would tell myself, take care of that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card and freaking buy Pokemon. Just buy Pokemon and leave it sealed. Also, sorry I didn't say hey, Mr. Zards Mix. I hope you're having a great night. I was on a diatribe there, a little monologue. A little retrospective of the hobby. Just give me 1 second. I want to change the title here, because I do want to play a little Pokemon trading card game live. I think. Maybe. Perhaps. How long have we been going, though? I do got work tomorrow. Oh, crap. And oh, yeah. I gotta... Ooh. Okay, we've been going live for 2 hours. As much as I want to try and squeeze in some PTCG live, I do gotta try and call it now. It's already past midnight. And unfortunately, even though I don't work till 2 tomorrow, I got a few things I gotta try and get handled. I gotta... just some BS adult stuff. I gotta try and change some payment methods around. Back from when my last debit card got what do you call it? Messed up because somebody bought a bunch of games off my card when I threw away my old PS4. So I still haven't updated my payment method for my car insurance, and that's gonna pull soon. So I gotta try and contact my agent, who never answers the phone, and hopefully get him online to change my payment method, so that I don't miss out on paying my car insurance and then get screwed. Listen to the wife and go to sleep. Oh, I'm the wife. I don't have a wife. The wife is me. Okay, let me set up a redirect here. Let me see who's live. I know Crusaders TCG was live. I think I want to send it over to him. Let's see if he's still going. Fella Chris is live as well. Crusaders TCG. We raided Fella recently. I think I'm going to send it over to Crusaders. Let me get my... How to get a level 100 Gengar before Brock. Now that's some interesting... I'll peep that. We're going to peep that for show, for show. Get back to my channel. I'm going to set up my redirect here. Feller's live in Crusaders. I do want to raid Feller, but we did raid Feller last time, and I told Crusaders TCG I would probably raid him. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Crusaders TCG. Also, just as an extra congrats for his win on the channel here from one of Joseph Nolan's sponsored giveaways. Basically, me and Joseph Nolan have been doing trades where he says if I give away cards of a certain total value, he will trade me cards of that value. So, once again, Joseph Nolan, absolute legend. No one else out here in the community is saying, I will trade you my cards for you doing a giveaway to other people. That's just some dang good-hearted, good content spreading PokeTube and magic right there. What an absolute legend, man. Once again, shout out Joseph Nolan. Please subscribe to his channel if you can. Let me see here. Let me set up my redirect. If it'll let me, Jesus. Alright, here we are. Boop, Crusaders. Alright, as soon as we end here, we're going to head over to Crusaders TCG. I'd appreciate if you guys would go over there, hit that like, drop a UPB chat, sorry, not UPB chat in raid, drop a UPB raid in chat, and just show some love. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't. He's been around a long time. I think he's been around longer than me in this community. Possibly. It's a possibility. I think he's a little bit more OG than I am here, as far as years in the game. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thank you, Smoke a Lot, Adriana, dude, everybody who came by with the raids over from. I'm sorry, my brain went super blank there for a minute. Bandit's Hideout and Java Rack. There we go. My brain caught up here. It's the old comic book smell. It can kind of mess up your brain. But once again, thank you for the raids. Thank you for everybody for dropping by. I appreciate everybody for spending some time here, even if it's not Poke based. There was some Pokemon slightly in the starting of the Japanese magazines I went through, so technically there was some Pokemon involved. Everybody, I'll see you over in Crusader TCG's channel. Get that UPB raid, slap that like, make sure you subscribe to his channel, and once again, whether it is your morning, your afternoon, or your evening that you're joining me here on the channel. So that was for you, Smokey. I don't know if you know, I can't show it, but I think you know what that is. Guys, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening that you spend your time here, I appreciate that, and I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Now let's have a great morning, afternoon, or evening over at Crusader TCGs. I will see you there. And subscribe to his channel because it's free. You can do that.